Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Uncle Pat and Taran show. So, Uncle Pat, we're going to be talking about David.
Usually I do that, but I think you kind of nailed it, buddy. We're talking about David?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to tell me who David is.
He's a kid, but it's a book for kids, but he's a mean old kid. But David is...
David. Okay, we're going to do a quick little search on... what's it called? What's the book called?
No, David.
Oh, yeah. No, David. That's
yeah.
Davis.
David. Yeah.
No, David. Okay, No, David is a series of books by David Shannon.
Yeah.
And you are most familiar... You've looked at which ones? Which books have you read?
A lot.
Okay, but which of the David books have you read?
Oh, David, and David gets in trouble, and no, David. Yeah.
And what seems to be the overlying theme in these books? What could you tell me about them?
Because they're pretty awesome.
They are pretty awesome. We're working on the peach popping. I don't know why he's doing that, but what can you tell me? What does David do in these books?
But he does he does mean stuff.
What kind of mean stuff?
He likes he pulled the cat's tail, but he said, but he likes it. The cats don't like it.
No, they do not. That's pretty messed up, actually. Now, this David character, he has long, pointy teeth. He appears to be bald-headed, sort of a Charlie Brown-esque aesthetic he's putting out.
Yeah.
Do we think that David is a monster?
No, he's a mean kid.
But aren't all men monsters in some way?
He likes to be a monster, but he can't be.
I mean, isn't mankind the real monster, Taran?
Yeah, right.
There we go. See, we're going to work on some Stephen King next. I don't know what that's going to turn into. I couldn't finish The Stand, honestly. It was boring. Not boring. I'm just an idiot. Now, Taran, in No David by David Shannon.
Yeah?
Feel free to come on the pod, David. He, what does he do? He pulls a cat's tail. He plays ball in the house. And he does, like, a lot of bad stuff. He does some messed up stuff. I recommend looking at it. You can find it on YouTube, or you can probably find it on Amazon.
Also, he was picking at his nose, too.
He was picking his nose. Now, the funny thing about No David is that I was unaware that these existed. I probably read them when I was a little kid, but I had forgotten about them. And my loving nephew started putting one of his intellectual properties into the same situation. He started putting one of his IPs into the same situation. And that was Fangy, correct?
Yeah.
And so what Uncle Pat did, at Taran's behest, is we wrote and illustrated a children's book.
The boogers thingy.
Yeah, that's one of the things he says in the book. Want to see some boogers, but he holds his nose. And he says, want to see some boogers?
Yes, he does.
Taran's a big fan of that one. But in No Fangy, he does things like what? Like not picking up his toys, like stealing his friend's candy.
Yeah.
It's some real, like,
And
mean...
And he just, like, lift his shirt up.
Yeah, that's a belly button joke. We'll get into belly buttons one of these episodes. That's going to be in an SFW one, folks. But what it turns out is that I had pretty much plagiarized Mr. Shannon and put a different character into a similar situation. But to be fair, who hasn't done that? Simpsons is just Flintstones. Now, Taran, what do you think is the message behind No David? What do you think it's trying to tell us?
Because he's just very mean. Like Thingy was being crazy.
Okay, but what happens at the end?
Thingy had the dance party.
Yeah, but what did he do before that?
Before he said sorry.
He did. He said sorry, and he made reparations for all the terrible, terrible things he had done.
Yeah, he even lifted down his shirt, and he Also, even but his friends candy back and wait to tell Christmas.
Yeah, he was opening his present before Christmas. It's some real, like, awful things that Fangy was doing.
He was trying to open his present too early.
Yeah, and you don't do that. Santa Claus is watching, G. He moves in silence like lasagna.
And also, I think Fangy was just doing weird things. He saw a toy police car in his funny present.
But how does No David end? No David ends with his mom just like giving him a hug, right?
Yeah, because David and Fangy wants to know what's inside the present.
Okay, I think that was a confirmation. So what I'm trying to say here, Taran, is that Mr. Shannon might have originally written the book, but it was I, Uncle Pat, who perfected it and made actual consequences for the actions, not just time out and getting a hug. Am I right or am I right, Taran? Who did it better, David Shannon or Uncle Pat?
You did.
Darn tootin', folks. You heard it here first. All right, I think that's going to be all for today, buddy.
No, not yet. Yeah, I want you to say, look at my belly button, like Frank said.
Okay, I'll do the Fangy voice one time, then we'll sign off, okay?
No, you do it.
Oh, you want me to do it? What was it? It was kind of like a Joe Pesci thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, he said,
He was like, hey, look at my belly button! I don't know. If that offended anyone, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. Hey,
Listening.
this is Uncle Pat, and I'm Taran. Yeah, hey guys, this is Taran. Thanks for all watching the Uncle Pat and Taran show. Bye.